our next guest was here last year, and we had such a nice time. We said he's welcome back anytime. His name is Halbert Sullivan. Halbert, welcome back to Big 550 KPRS.
Thank you very much for allowing us to come back.
You are the CEO of Fathers Support Center. What is that?
Fathers Support Center, nonprofit, works to improve outcomes for children by giving them their dads back.
You've been doing this how long?
Been doing this a little over 17 years now.
Tell us how you got started in this. It's a great story.
Oh wow, it's a long story.
Well, I don't have an hour. I don't have 17 years.
Keep it short. We were graduating from Washington University. While at WashU, we were doing research at poverty, research into teen pregnancy, and research into things that have a negative impact on children. And one of the largest factors that have negative impact on children is fatherlessness. In America, there are 24 million children growing out without their dads. And those children growing up without their dads face ugliness. In other words, all of these stats are over the 70th percentile. Drop out of high school, commit criminal activities, go to juvenile, use drugs, commit suicide, and are homeless, all over the 70th percentile. And 82% of all teenage girls who have children grow up in homes without their dads.
And so you set out all these years ago to change that.
Yes, we set out to make an impact in and to make the best changes that we can. And thus far, we've been doing a great job. We've provided services to over 10,000 dads over the last 17 years. That equates to about 29, maybe 30,000 children. And last year, we had the pleasure of providing services to a little over 300 of our dads, of which 243 of them graduated, completed our program. Of that 243, 174 got jobs and are now paying child support and being financially supportive of their children.
When you say support the fathers, what do you mean by that? What support do you give them in your program?
Well, one of the first things that we want to bring to them is their moral values. We want to help them to change the way they think about their relationship and their obligation to the children. We do that a variety of ways. We have social workers on staff and family therapists on staff, but we also help them to understand what parenting is. Mm-hmm. We have a parenting skills service that we provide. We have a healthy marriage service that we provide. We have a child abuse prevention service that we provide. Domestic violence prevention provided there at the agency, as well as employment readiness, employment training, and placement.
I also suspect that many of these fathers didn't have fathers.
That is a huge factor in their behavior. That's part of one of our first exercises that we do when we talk about, we work with them about their morals and their values, is that we give a questionnaire to find out what the relationship was with their dads. And we learn that well over 80% of those guys that come to our program did not have responsible dads in their lives.
Maurice Spite is with us. Maurice, you are this year's Father of the Year. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Halbert, tell us about Maurice.
Maurice is a wonderful young man, and just on the elevator, he was telling me about all the attention that he has been receiving, and he's been thanking us. Well, I, in turn, thank him because he stuck and stayed. He was very concerned about the welfare of his children, concerned that he was not as involved a dad as he wanted to be, and so he came to the program, and his class that he came in had about 40 guys in that class. Maurice was one of the 16 that stayed, but Maurice was also one of the few that managed to get 2 jobs coming out of Father Support Center, reunited, real closely knit with his children. And we have 3 of his children here with us in the studio today. And he's always been, as you see him, whenever you have a discussion about his children, with that big smile on his face.
You are beaming, Maurice. Tell us about the program.
Father Support Center is a wonderful program. It helped me get a better connection with my kids, and with my wife too. Helped me to be a better father, be more responsible, and carry myself as to do things what a father and a man's supposed to do.
It seems to me, Halbert, and Maurice, you can sort of chime in on this. It's one thing to want to get help. It's another thing to go and get help and say, I made a mistake. I want to correct that mistake. That's pretty powerful for somebody to one, admit it, but then two, to do something about it.
That's the wonderful thing about Maurice, and we're very proud that he was selected as the Father of the Year. The agency will do 6 classes per year, which means there's a 2 to 3 week break in between classes. And Maurice came to us in the middle of a break, and we didn't have any place to plug him, so we plugged him at a little place where we call our Father's Wrap. And he had to wait in Father's Wrap for about 2 to 3 weeks. Normally, during the course of that wait, guys will drop off because their situations to them are urgent, and they need urgent attention, which I understand that, but that's not always possible. Maurice, he stuck and stayed, went to all the Father's Wrap pieces, and then came to our full emerged integrated fatherhood project. Man is very courageous. The reason why I said to him at the elevator, you need to thank yourself, because oftentimes they will admit that they have a problem, that they would like some help, but they're not willing to go through what's necessary to get the help. Our project is a full emerged project for a year. The first 6 weeks of that year, you got to come there every day, 5 days a week, be on time, but we require that you be early, 15 minutes early, because we're working on that job readiness piece at the same time.
Maurice, what was it about you that made you stick to this?
The help and the resource that the agent had helped me with to be job readiness, and most important, to be a better father to my kids.
What are the two jobs? Let's give a shout out to the companies.
I work for Metro, and I was working for Regina Dunn Cleaning Service.
Okay.
Metro has went all out, and we want to really give a shout out for Metro, because I asked him about how's the job feel about you missing this much time from work. Metro had it all posted up all throughout his shop area. Metro has supported him 100%, and they want us to make sure that we bring back any and all pictures that are taken so they can continue to support them. So we do want to give a huge shout out to Metro.
All right, now before we let you go, I have 2 more things here, but let's talk about this a Toast to Fathers event. What is this?
Wow, thank you, Tim. Toast to Fathers is our largest single fundraiser of the year. That is an evening of deliciousness. We will have our event at Windows on Washington this year.
Right.
It'll be June the 18th. You can still get tickets by contacting the Father Support Center at 333-4170, extension 8118. That'll be Mr. Stephen Knapp. And we still have tickets available for that event, but that is our single largest, where we, as they say, we toast our dads.
It's Thursday, June 18th. The website is fathersupportcenter.org. Maurice, forgive me, but I can't help but notice you have a bit of a stuttering problem, right? Is that safe to say? So do I. So I have a big stuttering problem. I've had a stuttering problem, and as you know, and I know, very few people know this, that stutterers are much more sexier than everybody else.
Go for it.
Right.
Right? Am I right on this? Right?
Right.
The women just swoon when they see a guy having a hard time getting a word out.
Right.
So, Maurice, I could see why you're smiling from ear to ear, because you and I know something no one else knows. But you know what,
Okay.
Maurice, you are welcome to come here and speak anytime you want, and you can stutter all day long, because we will sit and wait for the words to come out, because it's more important what you say, not how you say it.
Right.
Tim, I want to thank you for this, and I want to shout out that website again. And for anyone needing more information, go to www.fatherssupportcenter.org. Tons of information on that website, or please feel free to call us at 314-333-4170.
You are always looking for donations, I'm assuming, but you're also probably looking for fathers who are looking for help.
We're looking for fathers who are looking for help, donations, but we're also looking for volunteers, folk who want to come and help us out with our work. We have a very, very integrated process. We can use the services of family therapists, social workers, volunteers of all kinds can come and get some type of volunteer help at the Father Support Center.
Maurice, I got 30 seconds. You want to tell us about your children?
I got Madison, my oldest daughter. She's 11. My son, Maurice Jr., he's 9. My youngest daughter, Mackenzie, and she's 7. And I love them all.
There you go. Maurice, best of luck to you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Halbert Sullivan, CEO of Fathers Support Center. The website is fathersupportcenter.org. Thank you, sir, and great work all these years.
Thank you, Tim.
You guys are always welcome. It is 9 o'clock. William Cohen, the former Secretary of Defense, is going to be along. We'll talk ISIS, but he also has a new book coming out. That's straight ahead. It's